Hey y'all, what's up, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Janae. I do skincare, hygiene, and life care videos. If you're new here, the life care videos are at the end of most of my videos, so if you want to, you can stay tuned for the life care after we do the physical care. Let's see. Okay, I mean, I kind of put in a little ponytail or whatever. I'm trying to get these inches growing. I'm trying to grow my bangs out, which you can see they're growing out. But anyway, today is an oral hygiene routine, and I'm so sorry that I'm so late. So I'm definitely doing 2 videos this week, and I'm gonna try to up it up to 2, even though I'm late with 1. But look, oh, y'all can't see my belly. Anyway, I'm tired. Okay, into this oral hygiene routine. So toothpaste. I'm really just a Colgate girly, so any toothpaste. Then a tongue scrape. Really far back, because I don't know if y'all saw that, but it's like a different type of spit back there versus what's like at the tip of your tongue. So next, I'm gonna do a quick rinse. I like the Theraflu. You could do that. Right now I just have Listerine, so we will be doing some of that 24-hour cavity protection. It kills 99% of germs, and I've kind of been going back to my first love, which is Listerine, because I really just like the burn. Even though this one is 0 alcohol, it still kind of burns a little bit. Next, we're gonna go in with our water flosser or water pick. This one is waterproof, so you can do this in the shower. I just do it at the sink. It charges on a battery, so it could be hands-free. Now the downside to this one in comparison to like the one you plug in is while I'm flossing, I have to refill this probably like 2 to 3 times to finish flossing. So that's the downside. And I could tell it has a normal soft pulse in DIY, which I haven't tried the DIY, but I could tell it's not super strong. Even though the normal, I had to start it soft, but I could just tell it's not super strong. And it does have interchangeable heads. Hold up. Okay. These do come off, but I just guess I don't have any grip right now. But these do come off, and sometimes I will also put like peroxide in here, like half peroxide, half water, and you could or you could do like your mouthwash, and you could floss like that. So I fill it with warm water, not hot and not cold. It's like a room temp, but a little warmer than room temp. And I started off with soft because my gums are kind of sensitive, so I started off on the most soft, and then I just work my way up to normal. And this is why I have these on, because it literally so much water. This is gross, but I love when I see pieces of like food in the thing, because it's letting me know it works. Okay, so that was one soft, so now I'm gonna do another one normal, and I think I'll be good. And what I'm doing is I'm just going around the like like a C like over my gums, like how you would if you're flossing, like how you do that C with the regular floss. That's what I'm doing. Next, oh, is that water? I have these like floss picks, and I also have regular floss because I don't know, I believe in the word flossing, but it's like are you really getting everything, you know? So it's like I'm gonna find out. So next, I oil pull with coconut oil. This is the type of coconut oil that I use, organic, unrefined, virgin coconut oil, expeller pressed. Honestly, I have no idea what half those things mean. Obviously they're organic, but the unrefined, okay, I kind of get that. Expeller pressed, yeah, I don't know. But anyway, this is just my jar, and I have a spoon, but anyway, I don't know where's that. So I just take like this much, I'm probably gonna do more, and I let it melt under my tongue, and then I swish for 10 to 15 minutes with that. I should know. So let it melt first, because if you try to swish the solid coconut oil, you will never oil pull again, because you'll be disgusted. So let it melt first. So the reason I spat into a plastic bottle is because I have a septic tank, and pretty much the oil will like throw your drain off if you do this every day like I do. Last but certainly not least, I rinse again with a mouthwash, and then we are done with this hygiene routine. Now the oil pulling I do in the shower usually, so it's not like I'm just sitting around waiting. Like I do that before I get in the shower, and then I do my shower or whatever. Thank you so much for watching my oral hygiene routine and video. I know it seems long, but if you do the oil pulling in the shower, really that is like 6-7 minutes by itself, which isn't bad. And at night I go harder because that's after you ate, you know, the whole day, this and third. So really focus on your nighttime oral hygiene routine. And so anyway, y'all have a great night. Love you much. God bless. And if you want to stay tuned for the life care video, then stay. And if not, bye. I feel like this shouldn't be controversial because we should pretty much have the same definition on this. But basically, I was getting my hair done on a little silk press or whatever, and we were talking or whatever, and he was like saying like, oh, you know, Lord, fix it, Jesus, and like, you know, Lord, this, and third, like in his speech. So I'm like, okay, you grew up in the church, you know? So I was like, you know, so anyway, we're talking, and pretty much he was like, you know, you don't know, I'm telling the story. But he was like talking about how he was saved at a early age, at a young age. And so in my head, I'm like, you know, because he was saying he doesn't feel the need to get baptized again because he was already baptized when he was a kid and when he was saved. And I was talking about myself, and I was like, yeah, I was saved as a kid, but not really. Like, I'm just following my parents, you know, I'm going to church with them, but I'm not in my heart saved, because my definition, which I thought was everybody's definition of salvation, is, hold up y'all. Not my definition. Let's go to it. Okay, so Romans 10:10, for with the heart man believeth unto righteousness. So, okay, and with the mouth confession is made unto salvation. So for my upbringing with that scripture is with the heart man believeth unto righteousness. And with the, okay, let me go actually though. That if thou shalt confess with thy mouth the Lord Jesus, and shalt believe in thy heart that God hath raised him from the dead, thou shalt be saved. Okay, so I believe Jesus Christ is Lord. I believe, you know, he died, he rose again, resurrection, Sunday, Easter, you know, that's salvation, right? And then it says, for with the heart man believeth unto righteousness. So it's like, to me, that salvation part isn't done, because now I'm saying with my heart I believe unto being right with God. You know, I admit it, I'm confessing with my mouth that Jesus Christ is Lord, that he died, and now with my heart, because of my belief that Jesus died, I'm believing unto righteousness, meaning everything I want to do, I want to be right standing in front of God. Okay, and with the mouth, confession is made unto salvation, same thing. So anyway, for whosoever call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. So my whole thing with this, and which I thought was everybody's, but it's not, and that's why I love talking with y'all, is even when I said I was saved when I was younger, like let's say high school, I don't even think I said I was in high school, but when I was living a certain lifestyle, I knew that that wasn't salvation. You feel me? Like, yeah, Jesus died for my sins, but I'm not accepting that gift by my actions, because there's lightness and there's darkness, you feel me? And I was living in darkness. So, for example, like if I don't believe in the once saved, always saved. Like if I were living in my sin, that's not scripture. If I died living in my sin, I'm going to hell. Like, yeah, I believe Jesus Christ died, you know, I believe, you know, he's the Son of God, but what am I doing with that belief? No, my heart has to then take those steps to act upon that belief, you feel me? Because basically he was saying that he was gay, and that, you know, he can't, you know, change. And you know, when you just be listening to people, like I felt like that was just my moment to listen or whatever, but it's like, you know, we put God in such a box, you know, like I could say I would have never believed that I would have stopped smoking weed or stopped drinking or having premarital sex, you feel me? But God, he does all the cleaning up. And that's why I be telling people, or need to, like literally just come to him. Like, and I feel like the devil makes us such a trap, and he makes it seem like we just have to be so, you know, what Holy Ghost feels to approach God. And it's like, and like that's not true, you know. Like God talks to people in their lowest points. And so salvation is one, believing, and then two, accepting that gift. So it's like I can't say I'm saved and then just live how I was living, because what did he die for? He died for my sins, not for me to continue living in my sins, right? So anyway, I wanted to say, and I didn't, and hopefully I'll get a chance to say to him again, like, you know, don't put God in a box. Like I've seen people change, you know, and it's like if we just trust God with our lives and submit to his will and to his way, you know, who knows what can happen. But that is my life talk for the day, is that God, he's just so beautiful. I've personally, and it's like my issue with a lot of things is because homosexuality is so obvious, I would say, it gets talked about the most, you know? And it's like sin is sin, hell is hell, you know? Separation from God is separation from God. So it's like if you're an alcoholic, if you're a fornicator, you know, all those type of things, if you're a whatever, like that's all sin. That's all separating you from God. And it's like homosexuality just gets so much like negative, y'all get what I'm saying, because it's like obvious, and like you can't like look at me and know I slap little kids up the side of their head. I'm just giving an example. But anyway, I'm just giving an example. Like, okay, you can't look at me and know that I beat my dog up and I drink, you know, a bottle of Henny every day. Now, like if I'm putting on this face, like there's sins that can be secret sins, you feel me? But I feel like homosexuality, it's like I see it, I hear it, so it just gets the most shame, if that makes sense. But it's like sin is sin. And so it's like God, he can change anybody, you know, he could change me, he could change you. It doesn't matter what the sin is. Alcoholics, you know, adulterers, you know, fornicators, like what, all the sins, that's a separation, you feel me? So it's like, just don't put God in a box. You don't know what he has in store for you. And so when he said, you know, he can't change or won't change, I just listened to that because I'm like, man, you know, like, you know, like that's just us boxing God in because maybe we don't want to. And one of my prayers was, help me, Lord, to want to change. Help put those who thirst and hunger after righteousness shall be filled. Give me the hunger and the thirst for righteousness, you know? And so it's like, I feel like if we spend more time with him, and as we spend more time with him, he just does the cleaning up, you know? Literally come to God as you are, get in your word, cut out all those, like that TV. Oh, okay. A medium. What is a medium? A medium is a fortune teller. Like a medium, you go, you get your fortune told or whatever. A medium is a type of source, like a newspaper. We learned about this. A newspaper, a television, a phone, you know, a magazine. Those are mediums. You feel me? So there's a middle point. Same thing with a witch medium. It's a middle point between something and between A and C. Okay, so like witch lady, the dead, you, middle point. Or a news article, the news, you. No, it actually happened. You, the article is that middle point giving you that information. So with our mediums, it's so crucial because the devil, he is so busy, y'all. He's so busy. He's in the TV, he's in the music, like he's in the social media. He's literally in everything. So what do we have to do? We have to guard our hearts, you know? We have to guard it. That means protect it. So it's like, God, he's really helping me on, because when I tell you I cannot watch everything I used to watch. Like I used to love a good John Wick, like a good Equalizer, like oh my gosh, kill him. I used to love that, but I watched, was it the last John Wick or the one before that? And I'm watching this and I'm like, I cannot count how many people this man has killed, you know? And it's like there's such a, they want to so desensitize to human life, and it's like in the murder of it, and it's like, oh, kill point, even though like these are real people, and it's like they're just bodies, you know, like there's no soul, and that is just demonic, period, point blank. It's just demonic. And this one lady, she was at the this conference I went to. But anyway, she was like, you know how we say, oh, this isn't for kids. She was like, 9 times out of 10, if it's not for kids, it's not for adults. Because what can your child not watch that you could watch, you know, when we're spirits, you know? And so that really, I kind of already knew that, but that stuck with me because when I was a kid, I loved scary movies. But as I got older, I'm like, no, this is just straight from the devil. You feel me? Like literally, like literally. And those people who produce these movies, who's talking to them? So it's like that he wants us to get that information now, like whether it's fear, whether it's just a moral deprivation, whether it's just to not value human life, which is just a demonic trait, and that just goes into abortions and everything like that, just not valuing human life. That's what he wants, you know? So it's like, we have to guard our eyes. And then with the music, when I was younger, this is a confessional. When I was younger, okay, this was high school, I took a pill, okay? I say it, okay? I did. Yeah, I'm talking to y'all, okay? This is a confessional. I took a pill. And as I'm older now, my cousins, friends, OD, you know, and it's so sad. And it's like, it's nothing but his grace and his mercy on why I didn't, or just, you know, so many things. But I asked myself, I was like, why was that so nonchalant for me? I mean, like, imagine eating a Starburst. Like, that's how I felt about it. Like, it was no, like, seriousness about it, you know? Like, it was just so casual. And I'm like, why is that? And then I'm remembering the music, you know, this is like 15, 14, whatever. I'm listening, I'm remembering the music, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, for example, Molly Percocet, or whatever, or, you know, Percocet stripper joint, like the whole Dirty Sprite 2 album, like just all the music, it was just in there. And so it's like I'm feeding my spirit with that music, with the do drugs, you know, with the drink. I would say that music then, it was less sexual and really like druggy. And it was druggy. Like, this was before City Girls, y'all. Like that now is on like lust and stuff like that, but it was so druggy back then. And we like, it was just so druggy, and I was like, why was that so casual for me? Is because I'm just hearing that every single day. And so when the opportunity presents itself, it's like, oh, okay, I've already been conditioned for this, I've already been trained for this. And so that's why it's so important to really watch the music you listen to, because it has a message, you know, either it's light or it's darkness. There's really no in between. Because even with like certain music that doesn't have lyrics, even those frequencies and just the tones and this, that, and the third, like even that can be light or dark, you know. So we just have to really guard our heart. And so when we are then in situations where somebody's offering you something, if I'm just, you know, desensitized to drug culture and drug use, sure, why not? You feel me? Everybody else, or not even everybody else do it, but like, that's just what I hear. That's just what I'm on. You feel me? And obviously somebody's doing it because your friend's offering it to you. So anyway, that is my life care talk for the evening, of just, you know, not putting God in a box. You can change if you want to, because one thing I learned is that God's a gentleman. The devil, rude, okay? Like legit rude. You literally have no say so. Like, I remember it'll be a Saturday. I don't work Monday through Friday, and I'm literally tired. Like, I'm tired. I don't want to go out. I want to sit down, and whatever was in me, it was like a pull. Like, I couldn't just sit down and just be at home. Like, I had to be out. And sure, I had fun when I was out, but it was like there was no in me. Like, I had to, you know, like I had no. And then I'm thinking of like times I'm coming home 5, 6 in the morning, and sure, it was quote fun, but it's like in reality, I want to be in my bed. And so it's like, why can't I even be at home right now? You know, like, why do I have to be so far from home? Like, so just out in these streets, like, you feel me? Like, even if I'm with friends, even if it's like not crazy stuff, and some stuff was crazy, but it's like, it's because you have no. He's not a gentleman. He's like a rapist. You feel me? Like, he's taking, he's looking, he's seeking whom he may devour. Like, there's no say so. And so with God, in our free will, it's because he's a gentleman. He's not gonna force himself on you. You know, he's not gonna make you love him or want a relationship with him. And it's us and him that, you know, does the calling. And so, like, I think of all the times I backslid and, you know, stepped away from God. Like, he was here. Let's say I was, you know, not as close as I want to be. Can we ever? Let's just say I was here. My sin does this, you know. I don't want to be in the presence of God knowing what I want to do that evening, or like, you know, knowing I'm a hypocrite or this, that, and third. So it's like, God, he stayed right there, but it's my sin that drew me away from him, you know. And so, yeah, just, you know, spend time with him. Because with any relationship, like, are you in a relationship if y'all never talk on the phone, if y'all never text, if y'all don't ever FaceTime, if y'all don't see each other? Like, are you in a relationship? No, you're not. You're in a relationship by yourself. So it's literally the same thing. Like, he's I'm not gonna say a person, but the relationship works the same, you know. Like, spend time with him. And how do you spend time with God? Pray, first and foremost, reading his word, his written word, reading the Bible. And I would be really particular with what your ears are hearing, because we want to hear from him, you know. So if you got to cut out all the cussing, which I recommend, and all the Molly Percocet type of music, then that's what you have to do, you know. And so anyway, I keep saying anyway and saying more stuff. But I hope y'all have a great night. Please comment down below some things y'all want to chit chat about, and I will see y'all later. Bye.